Greetings. We continue today our study of the book of Revelation, and today we're going to take up chapter 20, verses 11 through 15, on the subject of the great white throne judgment. It says that all the lost will stand before God. Pick it up at verse 12, and I saw the dead, small and great, stand before God, and the books, this is a neuter plural, nominative, were opened, and another book, this is a neuter singular nominative, was opened, which is the book of life. And the dead were judged out of those things which were written in the books. Again, a neuter plural, according to their works. And the sea gave up the dead which were in it, and death and hell were delivered up the dead which were in them, and they were judged every man according to his works. And death and hell were cast into the lake of fire. This is the second death. And whosoever was not found written in the book, this is a feminine singular locative of life, was cast into the lake of fire. Every man must deal with God on his terms one day. Hebrews 9:27 says, and as it is appointed unto men, once to die, but after this, the judgment. Hebrews 4:13 says, neither is there any creature that is not manifest in his sight, but all things are naked and opened unto the eyes of him with whom we have to do. And that infinitive to do could be understood as we have to deal with. Every man has appointment with God to stand before him and be judged for every thought, every word, and every work. Every man will receive the same treatment in this judgment. Romans chapter 2 teaches us four principles concerning God's judgment. First, God's judgment is according to truth, according to Romans 2:2. But we are sure that the judgment of God is according to truth against them which commit such things. And I think you'd go back to chapter 1 of Romans and read the list of such things that he's talking about. Second, God's judgment is according to works, according to Romans 2:6. God who will render to every man according to his deeds. Third, God's judgment is without respect of persons, according to Romans 2:11. For there is no respect of persons with God. And the fourth is that God's judgment is according to the gospel, according to Romans 16. In the day when God shall judge the secrets of men by Jesus Christ according to my gospel. Every man will be judged in light of what he has done with the gospel. Every man who has received the gospel will be raised in the first resurrection and judged at the bema, or the judgment seat of Christ, for the gain or loss of rewards, but these are never in jeopardy of the second death. Every man who does not receive the gospel will be raised in the second resurrection and judged at the great white throne judgment concerning the degrees of punishment they are to receive. These are all destined to the second death. God has an accounting system which is flawless. He stakes his reputation upon his accounting system. God's accounting system is careful, it is concise, it is complete, and it is correct. The following principles are taught concerning God's bookkeeping system. We will consider the system, which is comprised of 5 distinct parts. Then we will consider the subjects, the standard, and the situation.